So these radiation rays of the brain energy zones have different color specters, and they form this shell structure over human. There is a heart body, there is an energy body in orange, emotional shell is in green, blue is intellectual shell, and purple is a program shell. So any living object interacts with the surrounding environment through these shells. These are different frequencies of brain radiation rays and body radiation rays as well. For us, the following thing is the most interesting one. The energy shell indicates the reserve of life forces and state of health of a person at a given point of time. This is what aura is. It can be measured either by frames, hands, or even equipment. There are devices now that can easily measure aura. This shell rotates around the human body clockwise if you look on it from above, and the brain fluffs this energy shell using its emotional zones. It forms the bulb-like structure, which is called emotional shell. This emotional shell serves as a lens for flat parallel space radiation rays and focuses the radiation rays on the top of the head of a given person. Emotional shell serves as a means of production of the energy shell. The more the person is emotionally positive, the bigger is his emotional shell. He or she can collect more life forces to reserve for him or herself. When you are angry, Jupiter, you're getting wrong. You are already wrong. The more the person is angry, the smaller is his or her emotional shell. The life forces reserve is getting smaller up until the disappearance of the shell and death of the person who is angry. The person is breaking the laws of nature. He doesn't accept them, so he's eliminated from the nature. If you don't want to, fine, no problem. It's life. One should absolutely know these things first of all. So then, we talk about the following. Let's hypothetically say that this shell has a form of a sphere. In this situation, the sphere shell is for unmoving person. But as soon as the viewer changes his or her position so the shell begins to move, the linear forms get smaller up until they turn to a disk. These forms have the speed of light in relation to the still viewer. This is according to the Einstein theory that is still criticized by many, but still exists in the foundation of our science. I would emphasize of our science. No one will deny this. Fluctuations of the speed of light we leave behind. We are interested in the reduction of the linear forms of this object. And further, we can see the following interesting thing. There is an opportunity to show energy shell of a human and all these shell structures that we talked about, present them as a set of cutaway disks of the object that is moving with the speed of light in a certain direction. Looking at the diameter of the disks, we can say about the life forces reserve of a human at any point of time, from the point of his conception up until his current position. This is what I am doing. It happened right in front of your eyes. All of this is in accordance with this horrifying picture. Now we're talking. It is actually very easy. There is a body of the subject, the body of the fourth dimension, the body of the linear time of the expert, that can, through the ray of attention, observe the fourth dimensional body of the subject that is being contacted through a given certain way of entrance. So as it is possible to observe a person without touching him or her, it is possible to look at the reserve of the life forces of this human at a certain point of time without any diagnosis. it is possible to draw the configuration of the fourth dimensional body of any human, either in color or as an amplitude version. I have an honor to present you. This is the soul. That's how it looks. It is the memory body of a human. There are two souls. One is the soul of a body, another one is the soul of the person's spirit. Basically, they are a person's creative part and destructive part. That's the whole thing. Here's where the history of your life is. And this is the body of the causes of certain events that happen with any person. Nowadays, we try not to go lower than this level to diagnose the person's conditions. People have such frequency now that we have to use this kind of scale so we can provide help for the person. To do it on a lower level, we have to go deeper than this staple graph. Immediately, the issue of speed of light is resolved, and other physics constants as well. There is an ultimate speed of distribution in space of the material object. It is the speed of light. There are also the following types of energy informational interactions. Torsion radiation, which is criticized by most physics. They say that it does not exist. It is an interaction on the level of elastic deformation of the electron orbits of atoms in the manifested world. It is torsion interaction. Here is a scientific answer for you. There is a spin interaction. This picture is about spin interactions. The human brain is the object that translates different kinds of energy informational streams in sensible or any other form that can be accessible on the body level of perception. That's all. We developed the theory of so-called ponderomotive writing, the moving reactions of a human body to the interaction with given subjects. This is the mode of translation from certain frequencies of interaction with the surrounding world to the levels when you can leave marks as a self-writer, create a document, and based on this document, make a specific verdict. Through this, we leave the danger zone that many people of the similar professions get themselves into. We distinguish the information collection process with process of making it logical. The brain hemispheres work in the natural modes. When so-called experts, in quotes, try to give the verdicts while still in the changed state of conscience, in the state of contact with higher and thinner plans of stable matter existence. The programming or distractive influence can happen. NLP techniques and hypnosis, for example, cause great amount of damage. There is a separate topic on the amount of harm they cause. We bring people to the normal state after all of their experiments. So as a result, we come to creating of these personal portraits, and we make the diagnosis on why this person has certain issues with health or problems. So we remove energy informational connection with that unfinished homework, which a person didn't do at the time. We basically do their homework. In 5 minutes, the amplitude straightening of the point in the memory body takes place, and the symptoms of the problem disappear at the point of the current location of the human mind. That's the secret of our work. This is work on spin levels of contact with the surrounding world. I can say that all of this was tested on devices as well.